Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back. My name is Casey if you are new here. Today I'm going to be reviewing YSL's foundation, the concealer, and the primer. I've been trying these products out the past few days, and I'm doing Foundation Friday again, so I thought I would kick it off with this. So before I continue, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button and also hit the little notification bell so you guys are notified every single time I upload a new video. Also, be sure to hit that thumbs up Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you're really down for me, leave a comment. And if you're really down with me, share this video. So before we get started, I do have some swatches for you guys. I'll go ahead and play that. YSL did send this, which I was like shocked because I didn't know that I was on their PR list. I've never received anything from them, so I was definitely like, oh my god. So yeah, definitely exciting. They did send me 6 different colors, so I'm gonna do lightest to darkest, and I'm also going to swatch a couple of the concealers. They sent me 2 different shades in that. Go ahead, I'm gonna use the foundation brush that they sent. They sent me this foundation brush, which is made in France. Ooh, oh my god, it has my name on it. They also sent me a beauty blender. I'm gonna do one side of my face with a brush and the other side with the beauty blender. We'll do that. I'm gonna go ahead and mix these two. This is almond and sand. I don't know anything about this foundation. I haven't watched any reviews on it. I didn't want it to like sway me into one direction. It's a light fragrance, but I really like it. It's like fresh. So this is with no foundation. This is with So I really like the way the beauty blender blends this foundation out. It's beautiful. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side with the brush. This was the brush, the kind of foundation brush my mom used. So this was the like first foundation brush I used in like high school and teens. So this looks really warm and a little too dark. I mixed more sand than I did almond, and I forgot that I put just like a dash of sand to like warm it up a bit, but I put just a dash of almond. So I fucked up the color. Oops. All right. As you can see, it is very full coverage. It covered everything. I do not need concealer. I don't need a spot like foundation any areas. Like, it covered my skin. I am going to be using the concealer just to like show you guys how it lays on top and what that's like. So I'm just gonna put it here on my cheeks and around my mouth. And I'm just gonna go ahead and wet my beauty blender. So that is with the concealer. Again, really full coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face and I'll be back to finish the review off. Final thoughts on this foundation, concealer and primer. The foundation is just really full coverage. Now the first time I used this, I used way too much. The second time I barely used any, and then when I used it today, I kind of went like in between. What's great about this is when I use too much, it didn't look like cakey. You know, sometimes if you go in with foundation, you're like, crap, I used way too much, and it looks like you used too much. I did go in with more than I should have, but it was really easy to blend out, so I liked that. Now the next day when I tried it, I only used a little bit, and a little goes a long way. So today when I applied it, I definitely could have used less, but I did want you guys to see just how full coverage this can be. This foundation is one of those foundations that your skin looks better as you wear it. So foundations can either look beautiful after a few hours or they can look terrible. And this is one of those foundations, as I wear it, it just looks, it gets better and better and better. And I love foundations like that because you want it to get better, right? You don't want it to get worse. So it is a very long lasting. I compare it to, you know, my Estee Lauder Double Wear or the Urban Decay All Nighter. It is on your skin until you take it off. Definitely long wearing. If you have extremely dry skin, I don't know if you're gonna love this, but I really like how this controls my oil. I tried this without the primer and with the primer. Even without the primer, it still like is really great at controlling oil, but if you use it with the primer, your face is like completely matte, and it's just really nice. And it does oxidize just a bit. If you don't know what that means, it's just when the foundation dries down and sets, it changes color a bit. Some are worse than others. This one didn't change terribly, but it did get a little darker. Overall, I'm really liking this foundation. It is a higher end foundation. It is pretty pricey. And I think there's so much more pressure on the product when it is pricey, because it's like, okay, I'm paying X amount of dollars for this, it better be great. And it really is just a beautiful, great foundation. Don't be afraid of this foundation if you don't like full coverage, because you don't have to go in with so much product. You can just use a little bit and really even out your skin tone and just create a flawless base. The primer is amazing. I use the primer with this foundation. It really, or any foundation, I've actually used that primer with my Estee Lauder, and I really love the primer. And I'm not really big on primers. I feel like most of the time they don't do anything but just clog my pores. But this primer like really helped fill in the pores and just made my foundations go on a lot smoother. It really mattifies the skin. Like I had no oil and I'm like, what did I do different? I'm like, oh, it's the primer. So primer is definitely really good stuff. The concealer, I've also used that on its own. It's really beautiful. It reminds me of like my NARS Creamy Radiant, but it is, I would say, like double the coverage. It is really full coverage. So yeah, I dig the primer, I dig the concealer. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. I will get back to you. I love chatting with you guys. Also, don't be afraid to chat with each other. If you've tried this and someone has a question, feel free to answer it. And hit that subscribe button if you guys are not yet subscribed, and hit that little bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. And also, I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, all of those fun social networks. The links to those will be down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time,